So I'm Cheryl Sadler and I live at Park Farm, Hurleston, just outside of Nantwich. My husband and I farm Park Farm, and we have an ice cream business which our three daughters run. We got into agroforestry because I think we've always had a passion for improving the landscape, really. We grow organic grass here, and we first learned about agroforestry from a guy called Mike Hands, who had developed silvo farming for the Amazon and with Inga trees. And it just seemed such a marvellous thing. And then when we actually went and visited a chap in Wem who'd been doing silvo farming, it's just the most wonderful thing, introducing trees and cropping above the ground and the ground, and improving the soil structure, and just the benefits seem so logical, really. You know, you're helping everything. You're helping the wildlife, you're helping your soil structure. It just seems a sustainable model to follow, really. The trees that we've planted are walnuts and hazelnuts, filberts. We've planted the walnuts are planted 6 metres apart, and the hazelnuts are 3 metres interspersed. But a lot of people do other fruit crops, like apples and pears. We thought with the ice cream, nuts would be good for us, but we've also got an area where we're putting damson and pear, but that's actually not in the silvo farming.
Elm Associates are one of the partners with the Mersey Forest. We find it really easy to work with the Mersey Forest and the Trees for Climate project. They help fund our time and the cost to this project. It also takes away a lot of the hassle for the landowner, because we can put together the scheme, we can get all the right permissions and consents, and so we can also help design the scheme and help with the practical implementation of the scheme. So working with the Mersey Forest has really enabled schemes such as this to get off the ground. The costs have been fully funded. It's a really flexible programme in that we can have different costs across different projects, and it just suits different farms in different ways, but mainly it's the flexibility and the tailoring. We find the whole Mersey Forest team really enthusiastic and great to work with.
I do think that trying to farm sort of with using nature to your benefit is definitely probably the way forward, and I feel but perhaps we just need to harness nature a bit more intelligently, really. The rows are 36 metres apart. That is bigger than most people have done. But we just wanted to keep the usability of the field open while cropping above and below. And also sort of use of machinery. It gives machinery good access. So we've got the main road there. And I think it'll look really attractive. Certainly the schemes that we've gone to see look absolutely immense. I mean, they're so beautiful. And just by the very fact you've got some trees, you attract more wildlife. So you cut down on the wind. If you're grazing stock, you can graze them up and down the rows. There's just so many benefits, really, you know.
We've also got trees planted around the edges, and that's going to help with biodiversity, and it'll just enhance the overall value of the site. There's an area of fruit trees as well. They're damson, pear and greengage, and the benefits of the fruit trees is that we will have a fruit product for use within the ice cream or sorbet. So in a few years' time, we're hoping to have walnut ice cream, greengage sorbet, and use the products on the farm, which will be a really good selling point.
Yeah, I think the more we get nature involved, the better our farming, really. I think the better grass will grow. We have the lays we've got here are herbal lays, which seem to suit the farm. Quite a light sandy farm, and so you know they seem to grow well. So yeah, all good.